down the wonk. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know me, I'm Molly and I'm a new mum. Lila isn't with me right now. She's currently literally in the room, like 2 rooms down from me. I have a monitor though that she is on. I constantly watch this just to make sure that she's breathing. It's almost like these monitors are amazing, but they just make you stare at them constantly, so you may as well just be in the same room as them. Do you know what I mean? This should be Lila's long nap. However, Lila's long naps are normally on me. I know, you shouldn't do it, blah blah blah. But I'm trying. She naps like in her next to me crib in our room in the mornings and things for her long naps. I don't know whether it's long because she's on me or if it's long because it's the time of day. So I'm trying to do them in her next to me crib so that I can get a few bits done, because otherwise I'm literally sat on the sofa for 2 to 3 hours with her on me, and I can't keep doing that. As much as I love it, I can't keep doing it. So you guys have asked me quite a few questions. I've written them all down, but I've kind of tried to put them in groups of like the same kind of like sections of questions, if you get what I mean. So let's get down to the tea. So the first question is, quite a lot of you asked the same, like, but just different phrases. So how is your relationship with Luke since having Lila? Now, I think our relationship is better than ever. Don't get me wrong, we don't have as much time for each other as, are we on, I'm sure this is on the wonk. We don't have as much time for each other, and we used to be able to just sit down and watch like a series or a film or just to chill, and we don't get that anymore. So Luke works so much, like he is a grafter, like nobody can ever take that away from him. He's such a hard worker. He's gone quite a lot during the day, and he's probably back, I want to say most nights between 6 and 7, which is usually like he'll come home, I'll either cook tea and he'll have Lila, or I'll have Lila, he'll cook tea. I'm sure when the babies go down for a nap, you just hear things. I'm sure I just heard her cry, but she's absolutely fine. Or Luke will cook tea. So like last night, Luke got home, he cooked tea, I had Lila, then he washed up in bits, I started her bath, and then we do bottle bedtime, and that's when we kind of get half an hour. We don't even get that much time together after Lila goes down, because I'd like to have a shower and then go to bed, because obviously I've got to get up with her in the middle of the night. However, touch wood, I don't want to say this and it go horribly wrong, but the past few nights Lila has slept from 9 till 5, so 9 o'clock at night till 5 o'clock in the morning, so I do get a good stretch of sleep. So now she's going down for a bit longer, I could probably stay up for a little bit longer, so we get that quality time together. So we'll probably start doing that, but fingers crossed. She's well, nearly 3 months, so I'm hoping she doesn't go into the 4-month sleep regression in like a month's time, but I'm just going to soak it up whilst I can, because she is sleeping amazingly. Every time I say that, she always has bad nights. If I have a bad night tonight, I'm gonna blame you guys. Next question, do you want another baby? Now, I had this question so many times because throughout the pregnancy, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I said I'm never doing this again. And I didn't even have a bad pregnancy. I just don't think I liked being pregnant. I liked, don't get me wrong, the kicks, I liked the scans, I liked the gender reveal, I liked the baby shower. I just don't think I liked the rest of it, and I think we need to normalise not liking pregnancy. It's not a bad thing, and it's not selfish not enjoying being pregnant. I just missed having my body to myself, really. Pregnancy is just a strange time. It's amazing, it's beautiful, it's stressful, it's sad, it's just, there's so many emotions that go into pregnancy. But now that I've had Lila and the birth's done, it's like people say that you forget being pregnant, and whilst you're pregnant you're like, I'm never gonna forget this. How do people say they forget this? But honestly, like, if you're pregnant and you're thinking, Molly, you're crazy, so many people have said this to me, it's not true, I'm never gonna forget this. You do, you forget all the bad stuff. Like, I was watching somebody on YouTube the other day that was picking out baby names and things, and I was thinking, like, I miss that. I miss talking about baby names, I miss having the baby kicks, I miss being pregnant, and I would do it again. However, there's another part of me that thinks it's not going to be the same because I will have Lila. Like, I don't think I'll get to enjoy the happy part. This sounds really bad. I don't think I'll get to enjoy the happy parts because I'll be so busy with Lila. Now, I don't know if that's true. This is just me speculating. And then I've also got the thought, like, I'll be so tired due to the pregnancy and having Lila that I'm not going to have as much time for Lila. I'm not going to be able to focus on Lila as much. The mum guilt, and I know that so many people get that until they have the baby, and then obviously everything works out, but the mum guilt between Lila and another baby, I don't know if I'll be able to cope. I've always said that I'd like to have another baby when Lila's about 4 or 5 and goes to school. However, I've heard from people that have done that that's not the best, because they feel like it's a bit too late for the first child. And then I don't know how people have a newborn and a toddler. I give it to people because I know that when it happens you just do it and you get on with it, but I don't physically know how people do it, because having a newborn, as hard as it is, let alone having a newborn and a toddler, I do not, honestly, it's amazing. You people, you mothers, you fathers amaze me who do that, because I don't know if I could do it. Yes and no, I don't know, I can't answer that question right now. I do want another baby, I'm half and half, yes and no. Right now, no, 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 no. That kind of feeds into the next question. So I put, so when it was coming up to my 6 weeks postpartum check up with the doctor, I asked you guys what contraceptives you was on, just to kind of get a feel as what I wanted. And you guys asked me what contraceptive did you go for. I didn't go for any. This probably sounds bad, but I'm currently not on contraception. Now, I remember as soon as I had Lila, I was like, give me the pill, give me the injection, just give me all the contraceptives, just give me it all. But breastfeeding and just your body healing, I wanted to give my body a break from all this hormonal stuff, because I know the second I go on the pill, I'm going to get acne again. I'm going to struggle to lose weight again, because every contraceptive that I go on, I struggle. And it was, I know this sounds silly, because regardless of what Luke would have said, I would have done what I wanted to do, but he was so supportive. And I didn't think he, like, not that he's not supportive, but it's just easier, isn't it, when you're on contraceptives? And I kind of thought he would be more for me going on contraceptives, so he didn't have to worry. But he said he would, sorry if this is too much information, family and friends, if it is, please click out now. But he was willing to take the precautions that he needed to take so that I didn't have to go on contraceptive, which, do you know what, I really appreciated. And he, like, since becoming a dad, he has matured so much, and he respects me so, like, he respected me anyway. I'm trying to make this sound really good without it sounding bad. Like, he respected me anyway, but his respect for me, I think, has got so much more, and my body has got so much more since becoming a mum. And he was really supportive of me not going on contraceptive. He was actually one of the first, like, the person to say, why don't you just give your body a break for a little bit? And that's what I'm doing. And I haven't got any plans to go on contraception anytime soon. We'll be taking the precautions that we need to take without going into too much detail. But yeah. Next question, have you lost any weight? Well, the answer to this is I don't know. I haven't weighed myself since like 3 weeks postpartum, and that's because I don't want to know. Now, I've started to go to the gym the past 2 weeks and doing swimming and bits just to kind of help my body get moving again. Like, it's more for my mental health more than actually trying to lose weight, and I know the weight loss will come with it, but just honestly, just that hour of swimming or going to the gym just makes me feel like such a better person, and it just enables me to be a better mum, if you get what I mean. I don't know if I've lost any weight. I feel like in my clothes, can we just obviously just all ignore how I look right now, but my clothes, they do feel less tight. I feel like I'm slowly getting back into my pre-baby clothes. I'm feeling better about my body, and I can, when I look in the mirror, I can kind of see the weight loss, if you know what I mean. I'm not stepped on the scales, and I don't want to, because in my head I'm like, yeah, I bet I lost loads, and then I'll step on the scales and I bet I've lost hardly anything, and then I'm like, oh, and I feel a bit bummed. So I don't want to, numbers don't mean anything, and I've spent years trying to get that out of my head. Like, numbers don't mean a thing. It's how you feel, how your body feels, and how comfortable you are. Are you still breastfeeding? Yes, I'm still breastfeeding. That is pretty much a short and sweet answer to that. Breastfeeding's going really well. I'll do a whole story on breastfeeding, but to be fair, I think I've had quite a good, successful, lucky journey with breastfeeding. Like, we haven't really had any problems, but I'll get into that in another video. I can't talk. Mum brain. Did you get any judgment when speaking about having bipolar? Honestly, no. I think people were more shocked than anything, and I think there was a few people, which I do get, there was a few people that were confused as to why I put it out as a video rather than speaking to them. Now, I get it, I get this, I get that as family and friends you'd want me to come and tell you, but how the hell do you start a conversation out of nowhere when people don't have a clue saying I have bipolar? And I'm not that type of person. Like, if you know me, if I'm struggling, I won't come out and say it. And that's my fault, that's my problem, but that's just not me. And people understood, like, nobody was arsey about it, but I think people would have just preferred me telling them in person, which I get, but I think they also got that that's just not me. And people have got to respect that this is my life, this is my story, this is my journey. If I want to put stuff on YouTube, I will. People, like, they just need to respect that, and my family and friends do. They just let me get on with it, really. This is just me and my way of how I deal with life, and that's that, really. Everybody's different, everybody has different stories, and everybody has different journeys, and this is mine, and this is how I'm telling it. And if you want to sit down and watch it on a YouTube video or not find out, oh, that's everybody else's problem, really. You get what I mean? So no, I had no judgment. Everybody was amazing about it. Yeah, that's just it, really. How do you find time for yourself? Now, this is such, like, I've only recently started taking time for myself. This is going swimming and going to the gym. Now, I have an amazing support network. Like, I have Luke's mum, who has Lila quite often, which is, she's been amazing having her. My mum, when she's over where I live, will have her, and family have offered me to, like, go to them, but it just kind of doesn't work because where I live is like half an hour away, so I'd have to drop Lila off, which is half an hour, come back half an hour, go to the gym, go back and get Lila, and then come back. It's just too much. So I only really have Luke's parents where I live, so it's kind of like relying on them, and they've just, honestly, they've been absolutely amazing. But also I've kind of had to accept the fact, like, I feel guilty leaving Lila because I feel guilty for Lila, like, I'm your mum, I shouldn't leave you. I feel guilty for the people who have Lila, so such as Luke's parents and my parents. I just feel guilty for having time for myself. Now, you need to, like, as a mum, you need to not feel guilty. You're allowed, because that hour enables me to be a better mum. That sounds really strange, but, like, mentally it clears my mind, so when I do go and get Lila an hour later, I'm a better person, if you get what I mean. And I also need to accept the fact that people want to have Lila, like, people love having Lila, people enjoy being with Lila, enjoy the time. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like I'm burdening people. Lila's not a burden in anybody's mind, but I feel like I'm burdening people, asking them to have her. It's so strange, and it's all in my head, and I know that people want to have her, and people probably would have her more if I let people have her more, if you know what I mean. But, like, 2 hours a week, it's just, it clears my mind. Yeah. So that's how I have time for myself, is going swimming or going to the gym, and that's pretty much it, really. I think, yeah. Last question. So I've kind of kept all, like, the mental health questions together. Is, have you suffered with, I'm guessing this is postpartum, I think. Postpartum anxiety, I'm struggling with it. So first of all, I'm sorry that you're struggling with postpartum anxiety. It is crap. Like, yes, I've struggled with postpartum anxiety. I think to an extent most mums do. It's horrible. Like, I remember this, again, I want to do another story on, like, another video on postpartum anxiety because there's just so much around it, but I remember being scared that other people held Lila. There's another part of it as well, like, as a mum, anxiety around myself, so I know that I've got to keep myself safe because I need to keep Lila alive. Like, I am Lila's sole provider? Is it a provider? Sole caregiver? Obviously, as well as Luke, but obviously Luke works, I'm at home looking after Lila. I need to keep myself safe, sane, able, well, so that she can thrive, if you know what I mean. So, like, there's always this anxiety, like, if I'm in a car accident, who's going to look after Lila? Who's going to feed Lila? If I go into hospital, I'm not going to go into hospital, but if I go into hospital for, like, an illness, who's going to look after Lila? Who's going to have Lila? And I know she would be fine with somebody like with Luke, but in my head, I need to keep myself completely fine to look after her. It's so strange. Like, that anxiety is a whole nother level. And then the anxiety during the night, like, I could have a solid 8 hours sleep with Lila sleeping now, but I'm up, like, every hour checking that she's breathing. The other night I was up checking if Luke was breathing. I don't even know why. And then I have dreams that bad things happen to Luke or Lila, and then I'm up worried that those dreams are gonna happen. And then once I've started to, like, woken up a bit more, I realise that dream means nothing, and then I'm trying to go back to sleep, and it's all just a mess. It's a mess, honestly. Postpartum anxiety, it's a dick. But people get postpartum anxiety in all forms, in all different shapes and sizes, and it's horrible. I think a lot of people speak about postpartum depression more than postpartum anxiety. And I was worried about postpartum depression. I didn't even think about postpartum anxiety, and I've suffered with that, not depression. So it's yeah, it's crap. But if you are struggling with like any anxiety, any depression, any mental health issues, please speak out. Like, I am trying to, that's one thing, if anything, that I want to do is push that, is speak out, please, for the love of God. Tell your friends, tell your family if you need help, if you just need a chat. And another thing is, like, I get out and see my friends and my family, and it's great, it's amazing, but that is like its own bubble. But going to a mum club or seeing other mums is also just as amazing. Like, I thought, oh, I get out enough as it is, so I don't need to go to any clubs. I started going to a club with like a friend who pushed me to do it, bless her, which is absolutely amazing. And it's, you come back feeling so refreshed because there's other people going through the same things as you. There's other people, like, it's not just your baby that's there crying, their babies cry too, and it just takes this massive relief off you, like this stress. And so if you're a mum and you're able to, just go to a mum club, speak to other mums, even reach out to other mums on social media. Just do it, trust me, you'll feel 10 times better. The mum family and friends, the mum groups out there can be so supportive, and I would really push you to do it. That is it from me. I kind of put all the questions together, so thank you so much for your questions. If you haven't already, then go follow me down on Instagram or TikTok. I will link them somewhere on the screen. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.